Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. A Saskatoon teen accused of lighting a fellow high school student on fire last year has pleaded guilty. The incident happened in September of 2024. A then 15-year-old girl was seriously injured after being doused in a flammable liquid and then lit on fire at Evan Hardy Collegiate. A teacher was also injured while trying to help the victim. The 16-year-old girl charged in the case has now pleaded guilty to attempted murder and assault causing bodily harm. Neither the accused nor the victim can be identified under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. A 35-year-old man has died after being struck while walking along a Saskatchewan highway. RCMP say it happened about 8 o'clock last night. An SUV was traveling along Highway 969 near the Montreal Lake Cree Nation when it hit the man along the road. The pedestrian died at the scene. He has been identified as a resident of Montreal Lake. The woman driving the SUV stayed at the scene. RCMP do not suspect alcohol was a factor. RCMP are investigating the deaths of 2 people at a home in North Battleford. They were called at about 8:30 yesterday morning to a 110th Street where they were told about an injured person. When officers arrived, they found 2 people dead. Their deaths are considered suspicious. RCMP are asking anyone with security cameras to check for suspicious activity between 5 and 9 a.m. A worker is dead after an incident at the Mosaic K3 potash mine near Esterhazy. The company says a fall of ground incident happened early this morning in the underground section of the mine. It resulted in a fatal injury for 1 employee. No further injuries have been reported and the site has been secured. All mining activity was temporarily halted. A full investigation is underway and the company says it's working closely with regulators. Mosaic says its thoughts are with the workers' family and friends and ask that the family be given privacy during this difficult time. Emergency communications in Prince Albert are switching from analog to digital format this month. The analog phone system has been replaced with an IP-based network that will allow the communications center to more accurately locate where calls are coming from. The next-gen 911 system was launched on December 9th, making Prince Albert the 3rd and final center in the province to adopt the upgrade. Regina and Saskatoon launched earlier this year.
When 911 starts to talk about the eventuality of being able to receive texts or video or gosh knows what enhancements might come about, that information will be seamlessly handled here as well.
In 2026, the ambulance communication systems will be upgraded with a mobile data terminal to work with next-gen 911. Boy, Jeff, I was really hunkering down on about Friday, Saturday there, and then, boy, it got back to normal, at least sort of somewhat normal.
You know, goodness knows, I think most people would be in agreement with that assessment, John. Brutally cold conditions Friday and Saturday, and then bam, 12 hours later, thereabouts. We had a warm, mild Sunday. Things were, you know, certainly much, much milder. You can say, oh, hey, I'm not wearing gloves, nutty. But believe me, don't do that on a regular basis because Mother Nature will bite you. What we've got going on right now is a bit of a break. We do have some colder air making its way towards us, and most significantly, a big dump of snow is on its way, particularly along the Yellowhead, and we'll talk about that later on.
As Canada's food price report forecasts higher grocery costs next year, one Saskatoon woman is working on a tool to help families save at the checkout. Melanie Morrison is the founder and CEO of Better Cart Analytics. The company provides food pricing data to the food beverage industry, helping businesses better understand pricing trends. Now it's developing an app that would help consumers access its catalog of grocery prices. It comes as food costs are expected to rise 4 to 6% in 2026, adding about $1,000 a year to the average family of 4's grocery bill. Morrison says the goal is to help households stretch their dollars further.
We do exact product matching using machine learning and AI. So your 3-pound bag of oranges at store X will be compared against the 3-pound bag of oranges at store Y and Z and so on.
Morrison says the company will begin beta testing in the coming days, using feedback to fine-tune the app ahead of a planned launch in early 2026. Saskatchewan inspects care homes less often than other Canadian jurisdictions. That's according to a new provincial audit. Auditor Tara Clement reviewed how the Ministry of Health oversees special care homes, facilities for people who can no longer live independently. She found Saskatchewan's 161 special care homes are inspected once every 3 years. The report shows Ontario, Manitoba, and Alberta conduct inspections more often and mostly without warning. In Saskatchewan, care homes are given about 4 weeks notice before an inspection. The auditor says that can give facilities time to fix problems and may not reflect the true day-to-day operations. The NDP is calling for change.
When you put your loved one in a regulated facility, you would assume that it meets basic requirements, that it's been inspected by the province, and it's safe for your loved ones.
The auditor is pushing for more frequent, unannounced, risk-based inspections of care homes. She says facilities with serious incidents, poor quality indicators, or complaints should be prioritized. CTV is awaiting a response from the Ministry of Health. A Saskatchewan First Nation is postponing 3 of its Christmas gatherings because of a flu outbreak. Beardy's in Okamesa's Cree Nation took to Facebook to announce its on-reserve dinner, its Elder Christmas dinner, and its Christmas dinner in Saskatoon are all being postponed until the new year. Leadership says it's aware of multiple hospitalizations and the loss of a matriarch from the flu. Leaders are encouraging the community to get their flu and COVID-19 vaccinations. Updates will be shared when it's safe to resume the dinners. A U of S student who plays rec hockey every week is hoping for a Christmas miracle after his goalie equipment was stolen from a parking lot last week. Hudson Edwards had been visiting his mom at a local hotel. He parked his truck in the lot late at night after returning home from a refereeing job out of town. But when he woke up the next morning, his hockey bag was gone from the back of his vehicle, including all his goalie equipment. While he knows he was too trusting leaving the bag in the truck bed, the loss is more than just sentimental. The stolen gear includes custom pads and a helmet that are worth $5,000 alone. It's a bad start to his Christmas, but he has faith that it will be returned.
If anybody wants to just come and try to find me or anything, I ref a lot of hockey. I'm in a lot of rinks. If the person who took it for that reason just wants to come drop it off or something, like that's all I care about is just I want my equipment back. I like playing hockey. I like playing net with my buddies and all that. So.
Edwards says he can't afford to replace the gear as he's a student. He's filed a report with local police. Originally projected to open this year, Cargill is now delaying the opening of its Canola crush facility until the spring. When the project reached 50% completion last year, the company said it was aiming for a 2025 opening. That opening is expected in spring 2026, but construction is progressing well according to a new statement from the company. It's the last of several canola projects in the Regina area that have fallen through over the last year, given uncertainty in the market. The Saskatchewan Aviation Museum had a very special visitor on Saturday. Hallie Mandrick has the details.
While his sleigh is undergoing preparation for a busy night of delivering gifts, Santa Claus opted to travel in a 1952 North American Harvard aircraft as he delivered an early Christmas present to the Saskatchewan Aviation Museum.
The elves have been busy working to bring a present for all the volunteers that do all the hard work at the museum. So in this big red box here, we have a couple new additions to the museum.
The man in red gifted the museum with 2 pedal planes for all who visit to enjoy. One museum volunteer says they're all very thankful for the surprise.
Well, you know, as volunteers, we work pretty hard. We're not unlike Santa's little elves, so it's really nice to get recognition from the big guy because he knows how hard elves work.
After delivering the gifts, Santa spent the day visiting with families who stopped by the museum.
We just thought it's so great to be able to showcase the museum, and who better this time of the season to showcase it than the guy in the big red suit.
Jensen added that while the museum certainly enjoys ringing in the holidays, it also has programming year-round.
We do education programs here, we do tours here, we have flight simulators for kids and adults alike to play on. We have a helicopter to get inside. We have a couple outside displays, normally that are only open in the summer, of course.
After hearing what many Saskatoon children are hoping to see under their trees this Christmas, Santa climbed back in his Harvard and headed home to the North Pole in preparation for the big night. Hallie Mandrick, CTV News, Saskatoon.
Still to come on CTV News, some more holiday-themed activities. Jasmine Pelche stops by the Melfort and District Museum.
We're with Museum Coordinator Brenda Mellon at the Melfort and District Museum to talk about their Christmas setup. So things have been decorated pretty extensively here. Could you walk us through what Christmas here looks like at the museum?
Well, Christmas at the Melfort and District Museum starts the first week of September. So our volunteers and staff have been very busy getting ready for the Christmas season. We have a full experience here where Santa and his elves and helpers are here for photos. And then outside of the grounds, you can see the spectacular lights throughout our settler village. We have a bonfire, we have apple cider to sip on, kick sleds to enjoy. And then the evenings where we have walkthrough nights, we have the school open. There's a lovely display in there. And we also have local entertainers caroling in our church.
What does the schedule look like for December?
So we're open Wednesday to Saturday from 6:30 to 8:30. And we've also added on Monday, December 22nd and Tuesday, December 23rd, and we run from 6:30 to 8:30 each evening. Our Wednesday nights are drive-through nights, so those are great opportunity for people who have mobility issues, and they can still come and tour and see the great displays.
How popular are the drive-through nights?
They're pretty popular. Last year was my first year with the museum, and I was really impressed to see how many people would come through and enjoy the lights. Like, we contact all of the care homes and places like that throughout the region so that they can bring their residents and participants.
Is there anything that you added this year that wasn't here last year?
Each year, the displays get bigger and better. This is the 5th annual event. We've added a couple of different photo opportunities for people this year. And we actually have a land expansion project where we're adding new buildings. And we have a couple of our buildings lit up so people can drive through and see where we'll be expanding.
What is your favorite thing to do here out of all the Christmas opportunities at the museum?
Well, I would say it's hard to imagine right now in the daylight, but there are some evenings that are truly magical, like when the weather's warm and we have lots of people here huddled by the fire and the snow is falling and families are out on the kick sleds. It's just almost like a Hallmark movie.
Is there like an entry fee here?
It's just by donation, so people can offer donation, and all of the proceeds go towards our land expansion project.
Final question from me. Is there anything that you think it's the most important for people to know about the Christmas at the museum?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity to bring your whole family, come out and just to celebrate the Christmas spirit.
All right, well, thank you so much for having me out here.
Thank you.
When we return, Jeff looks at the weather forecast for the week. Plus, Canadians head to the States for medical treatment not available in Canada. Well, Jeff, it was cold on Friday, but not so bad, and it's really looking good. But as soon as I say it, it's going to turn again, isn't it?
Well, you know, this is a real roller coaster of temperatures as we make our way through this week. And on top of all of that, John, we've got ourselves some pretty substantive snowfall, but not so much for the Prince Albert area. Other parts of basically along the Yellowhead. That's not a surprise. It's often the way these systems move. So we've got all this moisture coming up from, you know, British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest United States. It eventually makes its way into Alberta and then starts making its way down the Yellowhead and Alberta Clipper. And we do anticipate lots of snow for, let's say, Saskatoon, but Prince Albert maybe 1 to 3 centimeters with this system, but then later on in the week another 1 to 3. So could see some, but over a period of time. And as I say, the temperatures are going a bit up and down. So you can certainly see that tonight we're expecting some freezing rain in the Prince Albert area, but that system moves very quickly through the area, and then in behind it there is that impulse that is snow laden. But that's not the big one. That's just something that's sliding through in the next 24 hours. -15 for Spiritwood, -13 for the Battlefords and Candle Lake. Light snow expected in Candle Lake. And many of these places are expecting a rain-snow mix, or at least a freezing rain changing to snow. Rostern -12, Birch Hills -11, -12 in Nipawin, and Melfort a relatively mild and -9. Overnight, these are overnight temperatures. And then tomorrow, well, temperatures don't change all that much. -12 for Spiritwood, cloudy skies, cloudy and windy in the Battlefords, -11, -10 in Candle Lake with mainly cloudy skies. Wind will be the dominant feature for Birch Hills and Rostern, those locations in and around 9 in the minus side of things. And then we still have some lingering snow in Nipawin and Melfort, -6 degrees expected highs for those two communities. Now, for the Gateway City and area. So tonight, dropping down to -12, a relatively mild evening. It's one of the reasons why we still have some of that rain in the atmosphere, and as we get closer to the surface, we're expecting that rain to freeze up. So freezing rain, and that tapers off, but then we do have some periods of snow showing up in the overnight, and it's going to be a windy overnight, so certainly that -12 is going to feel a lot colder. The winds back, it's going to be a windy morning, but the winds do back off in the afternoon, but they start off from the northwest 30, gusting to 50, and then they're backing off in the afternoon, as I mentioned. -9 for a high, which is about a degree or two above seasonal, but then dropping down again. Windy and -18 on Wednesday, Thursday -21, Friday about another 1 to 3 centimeters of snow, -16 degrees, and then getting cold again into those -20s, John, and cold overnights in particular. -22 on Saturday, -23 on Sunday, and no relief on Monday, -22 degrees.
And you know what this time of year feels like, Jeff? It's a little bit like, you know, when you're sitting at a restaurant or something, you bring in all your warm clothes, and then they're sitting on the back of the chair, and you're a little uncomfortable. Well, good thing for Raider fans, they didn't have to wait too long with their teddy bears, their toques, and their mitts on Saturday night, as there was flying fluff in the first.
Patrouk trying to clear it, can't. Doobie takes it away. In front, scores! Hey, yo! Aiden Oiring sends the Bears flying!
Aiden Oiring is the 2025 Teddy Bear Toss goal scorer, getting his 12th of the season off a pass from Braden Doobie. It was the 4th Teddy Bear Toss game in a row for the Raiders, who spoiled the night for Swift Current on Friday with a 7-4 win. The Raiders would go on to win this one 5-1 over the Lethbridge Hurricanes, extending their winning streak to 4 games. Then completing the 3-in-3-in-3, the Raiders back on the road for a Highway 11 rivalry game.
Still with it at the half wall. Looks across. Boychuk, midpoint Rudolph. Doobie one-timer, he scores!
The Raiders came back from a 3-1 deficit thanks to a 3-goal second period. Prince Albert managed to hold on for a 5-4 win over the Blades at Sasktel Center. Evan Smith had a goal and an assist, while Dimitri Fortin got the win in net. The Raiders head to Regina Wednesday and host Kelowna Friday before the Christmas break.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
A Manitoba woman is living with 4 extremely rare medical conditions, and the surgery to fix them is not available in Canada. That's left her with a hefty medical bill as she seeks treatment outside the country. Alex Karpa has the story.
Okay, so this is my feeding tube.
For most people, eating is simple, but for Nicole Friesen, it's something her body can no longer do.
So this is all of my feed.
Friesen lives with 4 rare vascular compression syndromes, including superior mesenteric artery syndrome, a disorder that makes it extremely difficult for food and fluids to pass through her digestive system.
I am reliant on a feeding tube and a PICC line for nutrition and hydration because of that.
Friesen says she's battled digestive issues her entire life. As she got older, eating became nearly impossible.
I got to a point where I couldn't eat more than like 3 bites of food, and I would feel very, very full and nauseous, and I would have severe pain for hours. So I would just be curled up in the fetal position with a heating pad in bed, and I was just stuck that way every time I tried to consume something.
Desperate for answers, Friesen saw around a dozen medical professionals in Manitoba, but didn't get the answers she'd hoped for. She then traveled to Spain this past June for further testing, where doctors confirmed SMAS, along with 3 other rare conditions.
To have 2 or more of these conditions would be extremely rare, and to have all 4 would be very, very rare.
Friesen is scheduled for specialized surgery in Virginia since it's not available in Canada.
When somebody has a very rare condition or a collection of rare conditions, it's not uncommon to feel that there's a lack of care that's available.
Friesen wants one prayer answered.
We're very hopeful that this surgery will allow me to be able to regain that ability to eat.
Holding out hope, her story sheds light for others going through a similar journey. Alex Carpa, CTV News, Winkler, Manitoba.
Brought to you by Saskatchewan Union of Nurses. Thank you to Saskatchewan's 11,000 registered nurses.
All right, Jeff, I think this game started on probably one of those ColecoVisions or Atari or something. I remember it from Game Boy, and I do remember the screen was just a little bit too small. I'm talking about Tetris, and over 2,000 drones lit up the sky in Dubai as national champions from 60 countries gathered for the inaugural Red Bull Tetris World Final. This is the world's largest Tetris game ever created in the sky and a landmark in esports competition. There were 2 days of exciting head-to-head duels before the final, with Femi Adelar becoming the first global champion, and that is a big screen, if I may say so myself. Yeah.
And you may, you're quite, my goodness, that's mind-blowing. It really is, that these drones can react this quickly, and unreal.
Very cool. And of course, Red Bull's going to slap their logo on anything crazy like this.
Why not?
The funny thing about Tetris, and I remember playing it a little bit back in the day, and actually there's something about Tetris that you can start to have Tetris dreams. You start seeing the blocks falling in your dreams, and I'm guilty. That happened to me.
There you go. The actor's nightmare. There you go. Hey, if you get a chance to see that movie, Tetris, it's very good.
Oh, there
Terrific
you go.
film.
Something to do.
Absolutely.
Get out of the cold. Yeah. National.